Hi, welcome to my channel. As a refresher, I conduct honest reviews of strictly clean beauty brands. I created this channel as I felt that there's a need for a central space for people to visit and view reviews of only clean beauty brands. So when you're on my channel, you will have that peace of mind. And I thought today it would be kind of cool to go over a newer product that Westman Atelier has. If you know me, you know that I love Westman. And I noticed that they came out with a brow defining pencil that they call the Bonne brow defining pencil. It's a little French kind of fling there. But I'm in between microblading appointments and I thought it would be kind of cool to have it in my routine when I start to kind of fade out a little bit in between those appointments. So I went ahead and I bought 2 out of the 4 colors. I did go to Credo and swatched all 4 colors, so you will have a visual of what it looks like in the store and then also what it looks like in natural lighting. But I thought, just my research on the website, Westman Atelier's website, that these 2 kind of darker options might be better for me because I have light hair, but my eyebrows are darker and I like them darker. So here they are. I ended up purchasing them in Slate and Bark, and these are their 2 darker ones. So I was thinking maybe we'll start with Slate and then we'll follow it through with Bark. So let's go ahead and get this open. I haven't tried these yet. It's totally new to me, so figured why not come with me for the ride. We'll go ahead and get these unboxed. And just as we're unboxing these are $38 a piece. Look like this. So very, per usual, per their brand, very luxurious. This one is Slate. Okay. So that just pops off, which is really nice. And it's pretty tight, which is good if you want to bring it with you. I hate when things get open in my bag and then end up getting all in the bag, like my liner of my bags. I literally hate that. Okay, so this is a twist off. And this, I believe, is their spoolie, yeah. So you have a spoolie twist off, which is great. We'll just put that back for now. And then you just twist it. I know this is, I did the swatches in the store. You just hold it here and then twist here. So you kind of see the color. Then I'll just show you here. Just so you have a visual of what it kind of looks like. Oops. So I noticed this when I was in the store. It almost felt like it was dry because the store sample, but I don't think so. I think this is just very kind of how it is. Kind of the texture that it is, and I notice it doesn't really move. Like I'm putting fair amount of pressure and it's not really going anywhere. So I figured, I have makeup on, but I don't have any eye makeup on, like here on my eyebrows. And you can see here is where I'm starting to lose some of that microblading. It just kind of like starts to fade out. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the spoolie out and brush this eyebrow into kind of the form that I'm looking for. And you can just see like there's just like ever so slightly, I'm losing some of that microblading. I'm just gonna put this back for a second. And then I watched a video of Westman applying it to a model on her website. I find this so helpful that she does this, considering her background, everything like that. It's just really helpful to see like what her technique is. It's almost like when you buy something at the store that you make and there's instructions on how to make it, like what do you put your oven to and like what's the technique there. So they know the best technique, it seems. Like I trust that they created this and they have like a kind of a way to apply it. So I always go there first, the website, to see if Gucci did a video. So she did. She just said, go ahead and lightly kind of feather it. She said, obviously it's easier to put a little bit, brush it a little bit, and then see how it looks before adding too much. So we'll start probably here. Okay, that went on so much easier than it did on my hand. Maybe my hand warmed it up a little bit. Okay, that's really intense. Okay, I'm gonna go much lighter strokes. And then here's where I kind of am losing out on some of my microblading. Just gonna like lightly. Okay, I feel like this is so hard. This is embarrassing. Okay, we're just gonna go very lightly where I feel like it needs it. Okay, wow. I'm gonna put it back on my hand to see if it's going a little bit smoother. Yeah, it is. So much smoother now. Maybe it just needed a little start, but you see, a little rough start, and now it's like really going on. Okay, so I'm just gonna twist this back, pop this back on, get my spoolie, and see what I can do to blend this in, because this is a little clunky. So we can feather it in and make it look a little more natural. Okay, that looks really good. It really filled in that area that I struggle with. I like the color too. It blends really nicely with my darker hair here. And as I kind of like feather this out, it's that harsh line is no longer present. Okay, I was like, I got a little scared. Okay. That looks good. That looks so much better. So this is obviously a little bit more full. Just gonna pop this back in. I have this thing where I want to add a little bit more here, but I'm scared, if I'm being honest. This looks really nice, so natural. It blended in so well. Even when it was like really kind of clunky here and I was nervous, it kind of blended in, which is great. So this one is color Slate. We're loving Slate. Okay, so I just took a second to redo the swatch of Slate on my hand because I felt like it was getting a little wonky with the two swatches. So this is Slate, and let's go in with Bark. So I have that here. Go ahead and get this open. Just like the last. We'll go ahead and use the spoolie and get my right eyebrow kind of ready. I don't have as much of the fallout on this eyebrow as I do on this eyebrow, but I could still use some. You can see it's like a little bit of light spot here, so I can use some help. So the spoolie's perfect for that. Let's go ahead and get this ready. Let's swatch it. So, okay, let's see. How am I gonna do this to make it a little bit smoother? So I think like when you get started with these, it takes a little bit of time for the pen to kind of warm up. I'm gonna do a little bit the coloring here because I want these swatches to be really good for you guys. So very similar, definitely very similar. It's a little bit lighter than slate. So this is slate and this is bark. Just ever so lightly, a little bit more faint. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead, get a little bit, get that ready, and just start flicking up, but not too heavy, very light strokes. You can kind of see through here. You see how it's a little bit light right here? I'm just gonna try to fill that in a tiny bit. Looks really natural. Just try to get in there, pressing a tiny bit harder in like that area because I feel like I have a little bit more wiggle room there. I have more room for error right there. So you see here, I'm just gonna go ahead, use my fingernail to wipe that a little bit. Okay. Okay, just lightly went over that. So it definitely looks a little bit more full in some of those areas, but I still want it to look really natural. So I'm gonna go ahead, put this back. This does feel like a little bit wiggly as I'm applying. Just feels like a little uneasy, I guess. So just gonna go ahead, clip that back. I will say it does feel definitely, as the pen kind of gets, the pencil starts to like warm up a little bit with like your skin, it starts to blend a little bit better. Sometimes when you're doing these swatches on your hands, it almost like, it like feels like kind of clunky, but not so much when you're applying it to your face. So I don't know why that is, but we'll go ahead and get the spoolie out and try to blend this a little bit, like kind of like how this looks really blended and natural. We're gonna go ahead and try and do that because I don't want to look like a Lego. Here too. A little bit harder of a time right here. Just give a little bit more love. Good. Definitely looks more natural. Then I just love leaving the top alone. I want to see like my actual hair, not like manual strokes. That looks really nice. You can tell I got a little bit more comfortable on this eyebrow. This one's a little bit lighter. Not in color, but in application. Because I feel like I'm just getting just a little bit better applying this. They both look really nice. It goes maybe a little heavy-handed, but it looks really good. And if I'm going out at night or what have you, or all day, if I have like work all day, that kind of thing, this eyebrow is staying on. So, all right, I'll go ahead and put this back. Twist that back on. This is bark. And then why don't I just do them side by side? See like kind of like what they look like from here. So you can see this one's bark, this one is slate. And not too far off of a difference. You can see slate is more like deeper, like a little bit darker, and bark is a little bit more warm. This one's a little bit more cool, but they both look very good and natural. So I love that. Just gonna put these back. Perfect. I love these. I had a feeling I would. I just really enjoy Westman Atelier and like everything Gucci Westman puts out. Unless I'm not remembering correctly, I don't know if there's a product that I haven't really loved. I did feel pretty confident that this is gonna be a win, but seeing it on, I just feel like it's so beautiful. and it's gonna get me kind of in between those brow appointments, or if you're somebody who doesn't get microblading or needs a little bit of help like bridging those gaps and filling in your eyebrows, this is like such a natural way to do it. I think this looks really nice. The application was really smooth. Little bit of stickiness on the swatches, but I think once it kind of got a little bit more warmed up, it started to kind of blend just so much easier on my face. So yeah, I love it. And now that I have my eyebrows on, I can give you a little bit of a life update. You can see my background's a little bit different. I did move, and with that, we're having a little bit of issues receiving our mail. Mail forwarding is kind of having a little bit of issues. I'm not really sure what's going on, but we haven't received mail in 45 days. So we're in touch with USPS. However, I'm not receiving my mail, which includes my shipments of the Detox Market Detox box. So actually they reached out to me and said that their shipment for October was actually shipped back to them. So it's delivered to my old address, then taken out of the mailbox and shipped back to them. So they reached out to me and they were so sweet, and they mentioned that they received it. And what they did is they added on another month of the subscription box that I had in my 6-month subscription, which I thought was so nice. Like, they didn't have to do that. It was so sweet that they reached out via email to me, and they kind of made it right, even though it's not like, this is totally like my issue and like not on them. And I just thought that that was like so cool of them to do that for me. So yes, we missed out on October. I'm hoping we don't miss out on November, but you'll be able to know because you'll see the video that first week of November if I do get it. But yeah, if you have any questions, please comment below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Definitely subscribe. I will be continuing to make these videos, share clean beauty with you. And as I'm not receiving my mail, I'm just going to the store, like I got these today, and buying it myself and not worrying about USPS. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks.